Section 1.5. Example number 2. We want to find the vertical asymptotes, if any, of the function f of x equals x minus 2 divided by x minus 1, x minus 2. First, we take a look at the definition of a vertical asymptote. The line x equals c is a vertical asymptote if any of the following is true. So if the function f of x as x approaches c from the left or right have either negative infinity or infinity as its limit, or is approaching negative infinity or positive infinity, then x equals c, that line, is a vertical asymptote. So then the first question is, how do you know what c you're looking for? So c is usually the number that are not in the domain. So c usually do not belong to the domain. Because if c is in the domain, then the function is defined. And when a function is defined, it equals a certain number. So how do we find a c that are not in the domain? We look for the restrictions. So the denominator cannot be 0. So either x equals 1 or x equals 2. Those 1 and 2, those numbers are the c that we are considering. So first we look at limit as x approach 1. From the left or right, either way is fine. But if we do it from the right, it's easier to see what's going on. So x minus 2, x minus 1, x minus 2. You might notice that for this limit, there are cancellation right here. So limit as x approach 1 positive, okay? On the top, after you cancel x minus 2, you get 1 left. In the bottom is x minus 1 left, okay? So if you do direct substitution, it's 1 divided by 1 plus minus 1. So it's a little bit more than 1, subtract 1. You get 1 divided by a little bit more than 0. And if you use a rule that we talk about above, the definition of vertical asymptote, this is positive infinity. Now, because we have a condition right here, okay, we satisfy this condition. Limit as x approach 1 from the right, f of x is positive infinity. So x equals 1 is a vertical asymptote of the function. So next we take a look at limit as x approach 2. So we take a look at x equals 2 in this case. So again, we have cancellation. This limit is equivalent to limit as x approach 2, 1 over x minus 1. So with direct substitute is 1 divided by a little bit more than 2, subtract 1. So it's 1 over 1, and it's 1. You can work out the right limit x approach 2 from the left limit. X minus 2 divided by x minus 1, x minus 2. You also get 1 as the answer. So in this case, x equals 2 is not a vertical asymptote. And in fact, it's a hole in the graph.